Obviously, I'm a little bit younger, so I still have a lot more to learn about my father's history and stuff, so bear with me. So when Reverend Akiko asked me to speak about my father and how he influenced my faith, I was a little puzzled at first because I really didn't know what to say because my father and I are from different religious backgrounds, and he doesn't really talk about his that much. Like many here at UJCC, he was born and raised in a Buddhist household, and I, on the other hand, was raised here at UJCC as a Christian. So instead, Akiko said I could just talk about how he's influenced me and inspired me, so that's what I'm going to do. For many of you that know me, you know that I'm a musician, and I'm going to be a music major in college. By no circumstances is music something I stumbled upon on my own. My father has been a drummer for all his life and makes a living off of it, which is admirable. And if you want to say it's his fault that I became a musician, you'd be correct. He always has music playing around the house to the point you can't really escape it as hard as you try. And from an early age, I was exposed to a lot. When it was time for me to pick up an instrument, I'm pretty sure he urged me to stay away from playing the drums, which was quite a good decision. And ever since I picked up the trumpet, he was always going to hold me to his standard. Whether I met that standard is hard to say, but I haven't stopped yet, so I guess I'm doing something right. Case in point, my father is the reason I am the music geek I am today. I've always thought of myself as someone who embodies good morals, some which I get from the church, and my father has always been someone whose morals have influenced me greatly. My father's kind heart and love for thy neighbor have always been things I strive to embody because they inspire me and I wish to pass them on to others. His kindness and honesty, though sometimes brutal honesty, keeps me grounded in a good way. He never lets me get too full of it because, trust me, if I did, he would shut me down very quickly. He has always preached to be humble, and as hard as I try, I don't think I could ever be more humble than him. To me, my father has been countless things. Looking back through the years of various Father's Day and birthday posts, I have called him many things besides old man. I have called him everything for the man who puts up with me, my biggest inspiration, my biggest critic, my biggest supporter, and my personal favorite, my motivation to not accept mediocrity but to always strive for more. My dad has always been tough on me when it comes to reaching my full potential, and to this day it's hard to please him. But I've learned that his tough love was always to build me up and push me forward, never to push me down or drive me back. I would not be where I am today as a musician or as a person if it weren't for him. Now, do we have pictures? No, that's okay. I had two pictures today. One was me being quite annoying to my father, and one was me and him at my graduation. And from those pictures, you could see a very long relationship of love and me getting on his nerves. It obviously got better over time, but even now I can get on his nerves, yet he tolerates it. He tolerates me for me, which, trust me, sometimes can be hard. His lessons range from don't be stupid to the ever-dreaded, here's how you check your bank account. But every lesson was an important one. He has prepared me for a plethora of things, although he only taught me how to tie a tie 2 weeks ago. But for the record, that's my fault, I never asked. Point is, he's taught me a lot, musically and socially. I am very grateful for all my father has done for me, and I am happy to say that he actually came to church today just to hear me blabber about him. So to close, I decided to read him my Father's Day message to him right here and now. Happy Father's Day to the man who laid down the path for me to discover my passion for music and constantly motivated me to keep learning and listening so I just love it more. Thank you for your encouragement and your criticism, because without it, I would probably be doing something quite boring with my life. And most of all, thank you for being you. Love you, Dad.